and happy Saturday. Welcome to my channel. My name is Rebecca and I am here to show you how I've set up my bullet journal for the month of March. I'm very excited because I'm able to explain better in this video my new method for picking my themes for the month, and that starts us right here at the top. So we're just gonna move some stuff aside and get started with that. Previously, as I told you in previous videos, which you can check out my bullet journal video playlist linked up above, I was pulling one spirit animal card from my Wild Unknown Spirit Animal deck per month for the energies for my month. And that was wonderful, and I really loved when I got the idea in January 2020 to theme my bullet journal based on the energies of whatever card I would pull. What happened was I started watching some videos from the lovely Samantha Menzo. I've mentioned her many times. Today you can find her channel linked down below in the description box. She does a year, or she did, I'm pretty sure she still does, she does her year ahead spread in her birthday month. And she does it for the year of her, birthday. And I was like, that's amazing. I really love this idea of having my year ahead spread for my 29th year of life, because I will be turning 29 on March 30th. And since I drew cards for my year ahead spread for the year of 2020, since then I found it very confusing. I had my year ahead spread oracle card, my year ahead spread tarot card, and my spirit animal card for the month. All of them together, it was like thinning my energy on it. I couldn't put enough energy into the one thing because I had 3 different things. So what I decided was, in the month of March, on my birthday, I am going to draw another year ahead spread. I don't know if I'm going to share that yet. I'm sure I'll share some about it, but I'm going to draw my year ahead for the year of my 29th year. For my 29th year of life, what will that year look like? My year ahead. And in the interim, I drew cards for the month of March because my birthday is on the 30th. It's the end of the month. So I have cards for the month of March for those energies, just these 2 cards to work with, and I will redraw my year ahead spread cards on my birthday. I went with 2 cards, 1 oracle card and 1 tarot card. I decided to go with my Goddess Oracle, which my husband gifted me for Valentine's Day, which I love this deck, and my Wild Unknown Tarot. So, and what I did was I drew these cards. So for the Goddess card, I got Sekhmet. And funnily enough, for the tarot card, I got the Sun. The next step I took was I pulled out my new current Book of Mirrors, Book of Shadows, and I set up pages. On this side, I wrote March cards in the middle, and on the left side, I wrote my Goddess card, and on the right side, I wrote Tarot. So here we have some keywords of things I thought of based on the readings and based on just intuitively for the card Sekhmet, and then the same thing based on readings and intuition, the keywords I thought of for the Sun card. So these are my before notes, and I've got space here that later in the month that at the end of the month I can look back and I can reflect on it and write about how I thought it went. And I thought this was really cool. I have some thoughts about how this is going to play out for me. We shall see. The next thing I did was I turned the page, and I used this page where I wrote March card associations. I made 2 columns. On the left again we have Sekhmet, and on the right we have the Sun. And I wrote things I could find online that are associations, or things that I thought of, like I have both my husband and my son under the sun card associations because I heavily associate both of them with that sun energy. And I wrote all of these things. I did this, A, to tune into the energy of this card, and B, to help me when it came time for setting up my bullet journal. So I used this information here and the cards to figure out how I wanted to decorate, because the act of decorating my bullet journal after these cards very much to me helps me to tune into this energy. I really love it. It makes a lot of sense for me. So I'm just going to put these off to the side here. And I kept these cards out during the whole process of creating the spreads. So now let's get into it, shall we? If you missed it, this is a new bullet journal, and I have a whole video about that, and I can link up above in the cards for you. It's called a new bullet journal already. As you may have seen, I had one that I was hoping to last me the whole year, and it was breaking and it wasn't working. So, and I couldn't stand it once I got a new one. So what I did was, in the back, I wrote space to write my moons, my releasing and manifesting moons, for the remainder of the month of February, and I just got this started right away. So you will have seen some of this if you have checked out or will check out that video. My trackers have changed, and I go into some detail about all of this stuff and what I'm working with and going through. So I hope you will check that out. And I went right from the trackers into my dailies, my weekly tasks, and then just some more dailies. Yesterday, I wanted to do some journaling, so I pulled out my pink. Pink is the color of, like, that I use for me in my color coding, so I pulled out pink. So I did this so that way when I'm looking through this, I can tell this is journaling. I like using that color for instant. Oh, okay, this is what I was doing here. So I did some journaling there, and here's today. And that's it. There's like, it wasn't that long ago. So I left a few pages. I'm not going to flip through blank pages because it'll give it away. And I went right into my March. Oh, look at it. It's so pretty. I am so in love with this cover page. So as I said, my cards for this month are Sekhmet and the Sun. And so we have snakes. Sekhmet has a serpent, a cobra on her thing. So these are supposed to be snakes. We have the word March and a sun, obviously, which that sun energy works for both of the cards. And then here we have, I was reading about Sekhmet, and as I was reading, it said that Sekhmet is a very good example of the archetypal action Aries energy. And I thought, oh my God, this is perfect, because I pulled it for my birthday month of March, and my birthday is late March. I am an Aries. My sun is in Aries. So I thought that was perfect. So I put the Aries symbol. And then once I did the Aries symbol, I could just see her eyes. So I have the eyes of Sekhmet here above the sun and the snakes. And I just went with some grass. So this is my cover page. I don't think I've ever loved a cover page as much as this. My intentions, as usual, I haven't filled out any of these spreads because I like to do that separately. My intentions, I put a little flame symbol for me to color in once I have finished my intentions. And I will fill these out towards the end of the month. There's still a few more days, and I like to do that as close to the end as possible. I have my calendar for decorating it, next we have my schedule. For decorating it, I just went with the sun and the grass. At this point, I was having a little bit of trouble just deciphering exactly what I wanted to do decoration-wise. And plus, when I fill in this, it gets filled in by a color code. So I fill in the things that only affect me in pink, the things that are my son's and only really affect him and me. So like if he's got a PA day, I'm usually the one who takes him to daycare, so it really only affects me. Those go into a green color. And then we have, no wait, sorry, those go in a blue color. Then we have purple is the color for my husband. And if him and I, like if my husband are having a date night, I put it in purple. And then we have green, which is the whole family. So if it affects all three of us, I write it in green. So I write that color code. What I ended up doing last month, which you can check out my February setup, linked up above in the cards, if you so choose. What I ended up doing last month was I shifted my morning, afternoon, and evening bars. They were over to this side. I shifted them over so they were all on one page. And this is my schedule. So I put scheduled events that have time-specific things here. I have this column for budget, so I can just write when money is coming in and when things have to be paid. And then I have two columns left to write just any sorts of daily tasks that come up. So if something comes up that I decide is a day specific, not time specific, it goes here. So if there's something that has to be done on the 6th of March, and it doesn't matter what time during that day it gets done, I will write it in one of these columns. If it has to be done in the morning, afternoon, or evening of the 6th of March, it would be on this side. That's how I use this. Next, we have my first calendar. Oh God, it's so cool. I love this setup. So, this is my symptom calendar as usual. The big change is I've added squares here. So up here, I have my my goddess card, and down here, I have my tarot card, and I've written in what they are. What I ended up doing for this one is, to me, Sekhmet is all about, Sekhmet isn't just burning fire this whole time. Sekhmet is the embodiment of balanced fire. Like sometimes it goes a little nuts, but it's balanced. So this part down here, I drew thinking of symbolizing the fire within, the fire that burns within, that is always there and is always burning within, hopefully in a balanced manner. And then we have this, just my symptom calendar as usual. And then my moon phases calendar, I ended up going with the fire burning out of control because I think it's important to think of all the aspects of it. So we have the fire that was within has exploded up and come to the surface, and it's fading as it's released. That's the symbolism. This is my moon phase calendar, and what I do in this is every day I write something something I'm manifesting for the day and something I am releasing for the day. I find it a bit difficult to explain the way in which I do that without showing you, so I think I'm going to make a very short little like tip video showing that. If you'd like to see that video, let me know in the comments down below and I'd be happy to do that. Then we have my remember and appreciate, and because I write on these pages, the coloration needed to be minimal so I could clearly see. So I just used the fiery colors to carry through. So remember and appreciate, I am proud, I see magic, and Cameron and Zach. And that's my March setup. Those are my pages for March, and I'm going to turn back to this page because it's so pretty. I love it so much. So there you have it, and next month you'll get to see the first theme based on my Your Head Spread cards. So that video might be a bit later than usual due to the fact that I think I'm going to pull my Your Head Spread cards on my birthday. I don't know for sure though. We will see how that goes. So, and I will let you know closer to. And if you have any thoughts, feelings, questions, comments, or ideas for videos you would like me to do, let me know in the comments down below, and I would be happy to address that as best as I am able. Please don't forget to give this video a like, thumbs up, and like this video if you did indeed enjoy it, and I hope you did. And also, while you're down there, think about subscribing so you can come on back and find my videos nice and easier. That's it. That's all I've got. So I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you again another time. Love and light always. Bye.